Welcome everyone to the June 2022 games pickup video, and this month we got 10 games to talk about. So I guess you could say I got a little bit back to form with picking up games this month. 10 games across the Switch, the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 4. And we're going to start off this month with a game I actually got last month that I forgot to mention here that a friend from work gave me, and that's Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Now, I've never played a Monkey Ball game in my life. Maybe except for like a mobile game back in the day, if I think about it. But, you know, he wanted this game to go to good hands as he was kind of purging his collection a little bit. So I did get this last month. I totally forgot to include it in the video, so sorry about that. So better late than never. We're starting off with this one. Now, another game I got this month is a very interesting one for the Nintendo Switch. It's a little bit of a collector's edition of the game. I only found out about this game early in the month, and it looked very interesting, and I felt like I had to get it. And it was relatively cheap for this, as I mentioned, collector's edition, and that is Hero Land. Now, this game looks very interesting. It's like an RPG that, to my knowledge, you play as like a tour guide for an amusement park. So it looked cool. The knowledgeable edition, as I mentioned, comes with like a soundtrack, a little art thing, and like a carrying case for some reason. So yeah, nice, cool pickup. One of the other games I picked up this month that I didn't think I was gonna get this early, but it was like $40, and I figured I might as well pick it up. And it's the GTA Trilogy for the PlayStation 4. I was a little bit upset when this came because, as you could see, Amazon sent me the PEGI version of the game and not the NTSC version, but that's just a little cosmetic thing because all in all, it's going to be the same game and same updates and all that nowadays anyway. But I love the GTA games. For that price point, I kind of just splurged, and I felt like it was going to be okay to get. With that being said, another retro-ish game we could talk about. It's a sequel to a game I picked up a couple years ago, and that is Castlevania Bloodstained of the Curse of the Moon 2. I always call it Bloodstained of the Moon, and that's basically me combining the two games, Bloodstained and Curse of the Moon. But I liked the first game because of how it harkened back to like the 8-bit style, and this is just very much along those lines. I guess that first game got enough critical appeal that they did come out with a second one. So I do look forward to playing this down the line. Now, with that being said, talk about retro games. We got the House of the Dead remake, or as it's called on here, the limited edition version of it. I didn't even know this was coming out until I saw it on Amazon. Like, I knew the game was in development, but I didn't realize it was this close to being released. And it was only $40. It has like a nice holographic, as you could see, cover to it. So, you know, I loved the original House of the Dead when I played it years ago in like the arcades. So I figured it was worth getting it. With that also being said, down to our last 5 games, I picked up a game for the PlayStation 5 called Foreclosed. Now, this game had kind of been on my radar for a little bit because it's basically your identity's been foreclosed and you have to kind of, I guess, get it back or something. I'm not really sure, but the art style of the game kind of looks cool, so I'm looking forward to playing that. And then, you know, before we go to our last 3 games, which I'm going to keep as Switch games because they're my most recent pickups, another PlayStation 5 game I got, which is very interesting in terms of story for me, is Chernobylite. I have no idea how good this game is, but apparently it takes place in like the Chernobyl nuclear facility area from the, you know, the big disaster back in, what was it, the 80s or something like that. So this, having like, you know, a semi-historical context definitely drew my eye, and it definitely seems like it's going to be a cool atmospheric game to play. Speaking of atmospheric, interesting games, I imported the international version of Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water. I've never played a Fatal Frame game before, but they seem cool because they're horror games that you beat the monsters, I guess, by taking pictures of them. So, yeah, I look forward to playing this. And the last two games I picked up, I actually got the other day for decent prices. And one of them I've kind of wanted for a while. The other I knew nothing about, but it looked kind of cool. So the one I've wanted for a while was Cadence of Hyrule. This is like a musical Zelda adventure type thing. Came out a couple years ago. It's definitely something that I've had my eye on, as I've mentioned. I've always wanted to play. So it's going to be nice to finally have this in the collection. And the last game I picked up is a game called Eastward. Apparently this game was created by like 3 people in like China. It harkens back to like 16-bit, it looks like action RPGs. Never heard of this game until I saw it on the shelf at GameStop. I saw it got decent reviews, so I decided to pick it up. And this is going to be another one that I think is going to be a very interesting play. So guys, those are the 10 games I got for the month. As always, if you've played any of them, leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, game on. What games do you think I should get next month or start looking into to add to the collection that I might not already have? Give me some more eccentric games if you're going to leave suggestions, because I always like getting the little-known games. So guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.